Howdy everybody, Chris here. We're back in the garage today. Today we're going to be painting this hood. Darius has got it all sanded down with some 600, but we're not going to be using a paint gun or a compressor because we're using an electric sprayer today. Because I really want to put this electric sprayer to the test and see if you can do a quality job if you're working on this at home, if you're doing your own project at home. We really want to see if this electric sprayer can get the job done. And if it can't, we're going to find out today. So let's get into it. Got a little bit of this green paint left over from my wife's car. We're going to use some of that today. If you haven't seen that video, check it out. Just mixing up just like I would any other paint. So one thing about these spray guns, if you run low on paint, it is going to spit and sputter. I wish they made a gun like this that was a gravity feed gun. That would eliminate that. I feel like somebody's going to come out with one of these guns that is made for auto painting. Because as you know, these guns are made for houses, sheds, fences, whatever you want to paint. They're made for water-based paint, not solvent-based. But we're spraying base coat, clear coat. So we'll put the base on first. We'll let it flash off for about 10 to 15 minutes. We might have to do 2 coats of base and then we'll do our clear coat. Darius has got this nice and smooth sanded with 600. So the other thing is you don't want to let off and on the trigger. You want to kind of hold the trigger because it takes a while for this air to wind up. See if I can't tilt this straight up and down because if I tilt it straight up and down, it runs out. So you kind of gotta let it run to the front. I gotta say it paints it quick though. I think we got something on the lens, probably paint. So look how smooth it is. It's pretty smooth actually. All right, let's do one more coat. All right, we're gonna let it flash off. Meanwhile, let's mix up some clear. There should be plenty of clear. So what do you think? How's it look? I think it looks smooth enough.
Yeah, I was gonna say
it's not totally rough.
A little rough, but
it atomized it pretty well. Of course, we probably needed some more paint on it, but that's good enough to get it covered. We just want to see how well this clear lays out now. Oh. Okay, so I mixed up the clear coat in this, which had some old clear in it, and it contaminated it, started spitting out chunks. So we're gonna try this again. It was spraying pretty nice up until then. You can see there's chunks of clear in there. You're just gonna have to ignore those. Look at the finish, okay? We're gonna start this again.
And then the first coat didn't even look too bad.
No, it looks good, doesn't it? Okay, after the first coat of clear, let's see how this thing looks. Really not too shabby. It's got some trash in it. I think if I was a little bit more experienced with this gun, I could do better. It's really not too bad. I'm still unsure about these guns, really. I mean, the finish looks fine. It's they're a mess to work with, though. They're a pain in the ass to work with. I much prefer a regular paint gun, to be honest with you. They dump out a lot of clear, and I started out, I didn't adjust this, so right there's a knob. You open that up, controls the fluid volume. Once I closed that up a little bit so not so much fluid was coming out, it flowed out a little bit better. So now that I've got it in the position that it's in now, it's spraying a lot better. But we've already got a little bit of peel in it because I put the first coat on a little bit heavy. So it's a pain in the ass to work with. It does work. Let's put another coat on, see if I can increase my skill level with this gun just a little bit and do a little bit better. We got a little bit, not quite enough coming out now. I ran out of clear coat over here. It was spitting and sputtering. I don't want to use any more clear for this video, but over here came out pretty nice. It could be cut and buffed. Actually, it looks pretty nice over here. It flowed out pretty good, but we already had texture in it from the first coat. So do I really want to play with this gun anymore? I don't really know. I don't really think so. Unless they come out with a better option, like a gravity feed would be fantastic. A gravity feed would eliminate that spitting and sputtering, eliminate the fact that you run out of paint and then it starts spitting and sputtering, because that can ruin your paint job. You don't have to keep that jug full of paint the whole time. It goes through a lot of materials, so I mean, can you get a good finish? Yeah, you can, but it's a big hassle. It's a big pain in the ass. I would just rather use a small compressor like this, 26 gallon, 4.5 SCFM at 175 or at 90 PSI, which means it's about 10 CFM, 9 to 10 CFM, and that'll run your paint gun, a regular paint gun, which you can get for 50 bucks. Until they get these a little bit better, I wouldn't recommend it personally. Can you make it work? Yes, you can. Is it a pain in the ass? Yeah, it's a pain in the ass. If this is your first time here, definitely check out the rest of my content, auto body and paint repair. I talk about all kinds of different topics on how to use body filler, how to block sand your primer, get it prepped out for paint, and how to lay down a glass-like finish with a traditional gun, not an electric sprayer. If you want to check that out, be sure to subscribe. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button. We'll see you on the next episode of Garage Noise.